Hello there, and welcome to another economics class. Of course, today we're looking at the ordinal utility, okay, the ordinal approach to utility. We've looked at the cardinal approach, and then we're looking at the ordinal. And remember, we talked about ordinal being making preferences using what? Indifference curves, okay, while the cardinal approach talked about the fact that utility can be measured, okay. So today we're looking at the ordinal approach, which is the indifference curve theory. Okay, do not forget that this tutorial, these lessons, of course, are brought to you by the O3 Schools JAMB CBT practice application. And of course, you should have the application on your phone if you have made a decision to pass your JAMB at once. All right, we'll talk about the app in a moment. Let us see a JAMB pass question from the app. This is a 2013 question, number 13. Okay, we're shown what a diagram. You see a curve there. Okay, curve S, N, and P. All right. Okay, and of course, you are told that from the indifference curve above, a consumer would prefer combination A says F, B say S, C say C, okay, C say M, D say K. All right. So we'll come back to this question and many more at the end of the class and not before, because usually at O3 Schools, we prefer to give you value first. Let us teach you, and once you have learned, then to answer questions will be easy. Okay, so even as a student, you must read so that you can be able to answer questions. All right, you cannot go to the hall with a blank head. You must study. So please ensure you download the O3 School JAMB app. It has all you need to succeed. Has all the past questions in one application under the practice for UTME section. If you go to practice for UTME, you're going to see all the past questions there. All right, so likewise, it has a classroom feature with class notes and JAMB syllabus. Okay, so the class notes are structured according to the JAMB syllabus. You must read according to your JAMB syllabus. All right, and then also there's a study plan in the classroom. You can create a study plan and follow it till the day your JAMB exam begins. Okay, wonderful, wonderful feature. Then there's a question search feature. You can search for question according to topic. Just go to the app now, go to question search, select economics, search indifference curve. You see the question that JAMB has set on that indifference curve. That is how lovely the feature is. Then, of course, we have the mock challenge. The mock challenge, all students writing JAMB for this year come to the app every Saturday by 10 a.m. to compete with each other. So you should not miss that feature. Okay, so you put in a competitive mode. All right, you get used to JAMB past questions, JAMB likely exact questions, and of course, you familiarize yourself with how examiners set their exam questions, and you'll see your score released just like normal JAMB exam. Thereby building your confidence and enabling you to track how prepared you are for the exam. All these wonderful features and many more, as you are seeing on the screen right now, goes for just a small activation fee that is less than the cost of rice and chicken in a good restaurant. Please do not be stingy to yourself. This is your future. Activate the app and start immediately. So we're looking at the ordinal utility indifference curve theory. All right. What is, first of all, the importance of the indifference curve theory? Okay. The indifference curve theory provides a framework. It provides a framework. It provides a framework for understanding consumer choices. Okay, it provides a framework for understanding what consumer choices. Consumer what choices. That is what how consumers maximize what their choices. Okay, to get what higher level of satisfaction, to gain happiness, or what economists usually call what? Utility. Okay, so the indifference curve theory is also to provide what? A framework for helping us to further understand how consumer would make their choices. All right, so of course, what does it mean to be indifferent? First of all, you must know what does it mean to be indifferent. If they say that you are, if you tell somebody you are indifferent, or someone says he's indifferent about a particular thing, what does it mean? It means he doesn't really care, doesn't really mind what happens or which option you give to him. Let's say, for example, you have two markers. Now I have two markers in my pockets. I'm bringing them out, two red markers. Okay, they're the same color. Okay, you can see that everything, that structure is the same. If someone asks you to choose, okay, except for a child, that will not be saying, this which one is bigger, which one is smaller. That, as you can see, they are exactly the same word sizes. Okay, if someone asks you to make a choice, you may not really care. Anyone, give me anyone. I don't know the same. So that is what indifference means. It means what you do not really care Okay, you do not really care which of the choice, okay, you are, which of the options you are given. Okay, you can go with anyone. It means what you are indifferent about what these two particular commodities that are in your front. Okay, so that is what indifference means. All right, so now you are indifferent between two goods if those two goods give you the same level of satisfaction. If those two goods, okay, if the satisfaction that those two goods give to you, they are equal, if it gives you equal utility, then you are what? You are said to be indifferent. Okay, so that is about indifference. Okay, so an indifference curve will show you a curve, okay, that is showing two commodities, right, and of course how those commodities will give you the same level of the combination of those two commodities, and how they give you the same level of satisfaction. Okay, combination of two choices, right, giving you the same level of satisfaction. Okay, so I will have drawn it here, but we'll see the diagram, how it looks like very soon. Okay, but before we do that, please ensure you like this video, ensure you comment, ensure you share. Okay, please ensure if you are watching from YouTube, ensure you subscribe to this channel. All right, if you are watching from Facebook, then ensure you follow us. All right, so please do this so that other students can easily get to access to these lessons. All right, so now let us see some of the characteristics of an indifference curve. Okay, what are the characteristics? So number one, everyone has a different indifference curve. Everyone. Okay, everyone has a different indifference curve, because the choices you may make, the combinations, okay, you may make. For example, let's say you have popcorn and milkshake. Okay, let me draw. Okay, indifference curve theory. Let me draw. All right. So let's say you have popcorn. Yeah, popcorn. Then milkshake. All right, so this is how an indifference curve looks like. Okay, this is how it looks like. Okay, so now the combination of choices, okay, for you may be different than for me. Let's say, for example, somebody may want 2 units of or 2 I don't know how they call it in the cinema. Okay, I need 1 popcorn. Okay, someone needs 2 popcorn in the cinema. Okay, and then if you take it down, you see that maybe you may need maybe 2 cup or 3 cup of milkshake. Another person may just want one popcorn, okay, and then you want maybe 2 milkshake, okay. So another person may want, let's say, 4 popcorn, okay, and someone else will want, and that same person will now want how many milkshake now? Let's say 5 milkshake, okay. So it is different. The indifference curve is different for every person. Okay, so everyone has their own indifference curve. So that is one thing you must take note of. Okay, so the characteristics is that everyone has a different indifference curve. You cannot see 2 people that have the same indifference curve. Okay, someone's indifference curve may look like this, another person's may look like this. Okay, may look like this. Okay, but another person may look like this. Okay, it's and so on and so forth. So 2 people's indifference curve may be different. Okay, they are different. So that's how we say that everyone has a different indifference curve. All right, so that is that for that. Then number 2, we said that indifference curve always slopes down from left to right. As you can see very obviously, it slopes from this is the left, this is the right. It slopes from left to right. Okay, so that is one characteristic of the indifference curve. You must take note of these characteristics. If they were not important, I would not have taken my time to highlight them. Please write them down, study them, okay, and learn them. You will see from past question right now where you are asked for this kind of simple questions. I imagine someone will miss or fail 1 full mark. Okay, 1 full mark just because of something this easy. Okay, so please know what these characteristics are very important. So indifference curve always slopes down from left. This is the left to the right. From the left to the right, it slopes down. Okay, it's a curve. It slopes down from left to right. Then number 3, the curve is convex to the origin. As you can see, it's convex. The curve is Is convex to the origin. The curve, okay, is convex to the To the origin. It is not concave. Concave is like this. It is not concave. Neither is it straight. It is not straight. It's not concave. It is It is convex. Okay, it is convex to the origin. All right. Of course, it is convex because of law of diminishing marginal what utility. All right, it is convex. Okay, it is convex. It is not concave. It is not straight. Please take note of that. Okay, so the curve is what? Convex to the origin. Then number four, rather, I would say the curves can never cross. Okay, the curves can never cross. So you can never have a what's it called? An indifference curve like this. Okay, then I have another one like this. Okay, so if this curves cross, we say that the consumer is what? Is inconsistent. Okay, it's inconsistent. Okay, it's inconsistent. That's what we say. Okay, but we are, from our assumptions, we don't allow this kind of, this does not happen. If you look at the assumption, you see this is not supposed to happen. Okay, but if it happens, all right, we say it's what inconsistent. All right, we say the consumer is inconsistent with his choices. All right, so now let us go. The further the curve is from the origin, the higher the utility. The further the curve is from the, this is the origin here. Okay, so we're saying that the further the curve is from the what? From the origin, the higher the utility that is what? That is derived from by the consumer. The higher the utility derived by the consumer. Okay, let's say for example we have what? An indifference curve like this. We now have another what? Indifference curve like this. We now have another one like this. Okay, the further away it is from, this is the origin. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. The further away it is from what? From the origin, the what? The higher the utility, the higher the satisfaction. Okay, that means that what? The consumer, this combination of choices, okay, this is another combination of choice between two goods. This is another what? Combination of what? Of choice. Okay, this combination will have higher utility than this combination, and this combination will have higher utility than this combination. So the further away the curve is from this origin, the higher the utility that is derived. Take note of that. I think that has been so easy so far. Okay, the way I've been explaining them, I'm taking my time to explain them like babies to you. Okay, so the further the curve is from the origin, the higher the utility. So that is that for that. Now, there are some assumptions, okay, that are made, okay, about the indifference curve. Number one is that people are rational. Okay, people can think on their own. All right, they are rational. All right. By rational, it means that what? They will make choices. Okay, that what? Maximize their utility. Okay, they make choices to maximize their utility. They make choices to what? To derive what? Satisfaction, higher level of what? Satisfaction. So people are rational. So this is one of the assumptions of what? Of the indifference curve theory. Please take note of that. All right. So now, number two, say the consumer spends all his income on two commodities only. Okay, these are another assumptions we make. Okay, that the consumer spends all his income on two commodities only. Let's say, for example, eating from Mr. Biggs or eating from Mad Eyes. Okay, or maybe eating between Mr. Biggs and what? And Chicken Republic. All right, so as simple as ABC. So we say the consumer spends all his income on two commodities only, or choosing between or buying what? A Sanders and maybe a Palm. All right, so it's usually what we assume what? Two commodities. Okay, so now the prices of the two commodities are known to the consumer. We assume that the prices of these two commodities we're talking about, they are known to the consumer. The consumer knows the prices. All right, then number four, the consumer has a given money income which is fixed. The consumer has a given money income which is what? Which is fixed. All right, and then the last one, the consumer's choices are consistent and transitive. Okay, that means that what? His choices are what? Are consistent. They are transitive. I'll give you an example. For example, if we say Mr. A loves oranges, okay, than what? Than apples. Okay, sorry, I'm spelling wrong. Apples, oranges. If you say Mr. A loves oranges than apples, and then we'll now say this same Mr. A loves apples than banana. Okay, then it is safe to say that what? That Mr. A loves oranges than bananas. True or false? Eh? True or false? Very true. Okay, he loves oranges than apples. Yes. The same person loves apples than banana. Okay, that means he will still prefer orange to what? To banana. That means if you put banana, orange, and apple together, it will pick orange first, then pick apple before picking banana. So his choices are what? Are consistent and transitive. Okay, this is another assumption that we'll make, okay, concerning what the indifference curve theory. Okay, so take note of what? Of that. Then also, we also have something we call the indifference map. Okay, the indifference map. All right. So the indifference map is just we're talking about what a map showing what different indifference curves. Okay, indifference map. Okay, indifference maps. Okay, we say what indifference map is a map that is showing what different, or a combination of what different indifference what curves. Just like this is an indifference map. Okay, we are seeing the first choice, we are seeing one choice here. Okay, we are seeing what first level, let's say this one is what called first level of utility. Okay, this one is the second level of utility. This one is third level of what? Of utility. And of course, remember we said that what? That the higher, the further away the choice or the level of utility is from the origin, the higher the satisfaction derived. So take note of that. So this is just all what the indifference curve means. Okay, the indifference map means. Okay, it's a map showing what different indifference curves. Okay, and different combination that work give what the same level of what? Of satisfaction. Okay, and of course, the further away the a level of utility, okay, the indifference curve is from the origin, okay, the higher the satisfaction that is derived. It's as simple as ABC. So it's not a topic that you actually be hitting your chest, okay, and be scratching your head on. All right. So now let us quickly go to the JAMB app, answer some questions, and we are done. So the 2013 question number 13 we're looking at, it says, from the indifference curve above, a consumer will prefer combination what now? Combination S. That top one. I think it's something like this. This one is S. This one is NE. This one is what? Is P. Okay. So you prefer this combination because it is farther away from the origin. Okay. So it will give him what? Greater level, higher level of auto satisfaction. Then 2015 number 25, it says, an indifference map is made up of a set of A says consumer's total utility, B says consumer surplus, C says budget lines, D says indifference curve. An indifference map, okay, as a combination of what? It's made up of what? Different what? Indifference curves. That's what we said. So correct answer is also option D. Let us see 2017 number 9. It said, an indifference curve is, A says concave to the origin. You see? Characteristics. Okay, B say convex to the origin, obviously convex to the origin. C say negatively sloped, no. D say B and C. Correct answer is what? Is option what? Option D. Okay, it's option D. It is what? Negatively sloped. It is negatively sloped. Okay, and then of course it's convex to the what? To the origin. All right. So the correct answer there is what? Actually what? Option C. Okay, it is convex to the origin. Very true. But the slope of an indifference curve is negative. Okay, it's negative. I forgot to. I think I skipped that part. Okay, it's negative. Okay, let us see. Okay, so the slope of an indifference curve is what? Is always negative. It's always negative, and it is defined as the marginal rate of substitution. Okay, it's always negative. Slope of indifference curve is what? Is always what now? Negative. And I say it is defined as what? The marginal rate of substitution, called what? MRS. Okay, so it is defined as the rate. If you want to write down, it is defined as the rate at which one commodity is substituted for an extra unit IT of another commodity in order to maintain a constant level, in order to maintain a constant level of satisfaction. Okay, so we say that the slope of what of an indifference curve is what is always negative, and it is defined as the marginal rate of substitution, MRS. Okay, we say it is defined as the rate at which one commodity is substituted. Okay, one commodity is substituted for what? For an extra unit of another commodity, in order to maintain a constant level of satisfaction, in order to maintain a constant level of satisfaction. So if we have two goods, for example, X and Y, if we have two goods, for example, X and Y, goods X and goods what? Goods Y. Let's say goods Y is substituted for what? So good S is substituted for good Y, all right? So that means that what? Goods Y is what is gaining, while good S is what is losing. So the marginal rate of substitution, which is now the MRS XY is what now? Is change in commodity gained. That is Y, all over what? Change in commodity loss. That is what now? X. Okay? And remember that what that marginal rate of substitution is what? Always negative. Please take note of what of that. Okay, marginal rate of substitution for an indifference curve is always negative. Okay, so now let us go to another question. So correct answer. That's why option what? Option option D is correct. B and C is converse to the origin, and it's what? It is negatively sloped. Let's go 2021 number 33. He said the graph that shows combination of two or more commodities that yield the same level of satisfaction is referred to as what? Obviously, indifference curve. Okay, it's a graph that shows combination of two or more commodities that provide or that yield the same level of what? Satisfaction. So there are so many questions on the app. Ensure what you go to the app, use the question search feature to your benefit, search for question, practice past questions, study in the classroom, and what? Keep preparing for your exam. Okay, you have what? You do not have time. Time is not something you have the luxury of. My name is Master T. Love to see you in the next class. Thank you for watching.